everybody, this is Robert Smith here. Again, I'm the webmaster for a website called our4boys.com. It is a website dedicated to our struggles as a family, raising 4 sons, 3 of whom are autistic. Today I'm focusing on an update to an earlier video I posted. In that video I was talking about the struggles we've had recently with our youngest son Maxwell, and specifically our struggles with getting him and keeping him dressed. I talked about how he regressed in the last few months. He at one point was doing very well. If we wanted to leave the house for any reason, we could set him by the front door in a little chair, and he would put a pull-up on and put clothing on over his pull-up, and he would leave the house, have no issues, and would stay dressed the whole time. And then sometime in the last several months, he regressed big time on us. It regressed so much that for a long time there, my wife, while I was gone overseas, my wife could hardly ever leave the house. Whenever she had to go out to get groceries or a doctor's appointment or anything, she had to get her mom to come over and babysit my youngest son, because we simply could not get him out of the house with clothes on. Well, it's interesting because just a short time after I posted that video, all of a sudden something clicked. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but it happened. One day I was in the bedroom and my wife was out in the living room with Max and his therapist, Alex, and all of a sudden I was listening to what was going on out there, and I heard them say, "Okay, put your clothes on now," and I heard, "Okay, good job," and kind of piqued my curiosity, and I stuck my head out there, and lo and behold, he was getting dressed without any fighting, without any pinching, scratching, or attempting to bite himself or anybody else. And I was just absolutely flabbergasted. This was something that we'd had so many struggles with in the past few months, and for him to just all of a sudden cooperate was just incredible. So I took some video of that. I'm not of that instance, but of a different instance. This was a video I took just a few days ago. Now, in the video, he's a little grumpy because I had to force him out of the bathtub to come sit by the door so we could leave. We were going to go over to my wife's mother's house, celebrate her birthday, and let the boys go swim in the pool. So, a little grumpy, he's fighting us just a little bit, but you see, eventually he calms down and he starts to cooperate. He puts his little suit on, and I've successfully pixelated out all the naked parts. But he puts a suit on, and he doesn't struggle. He puts it right on, and we're able to get him out the door, and it was nothing short of a miracle. And it has been that way. It's been that way ever since. We've had several times where we've gotten him out of the house without any problems. Even this morning, I took him for a long drive. He came up to my wife, handed my wife a pull-up in his red suit, and he said, "You know, that's a signal that says he wants to go somewhere." And so she got him dressed, and I took him for a drive. Yesterday, we couldn't find his little blue suit because we don't know where it went. Probably in the wash somewhere. So we had a little wetsuit for him. We had a little wetsuit we bought for him several. Well, I guess it was about a year ago or so, maybe 2 years, that we could take him to the beach with. So we can go to the beach and go swimming and not get naked. So when I couldn't find his blue suit, I put his wetsuit on him, and he was in that thing for 6.5 hours before I finally just had to force him to take it off. I finally had to just take him by there and bring him in the house and take it off him so he can get a bath and get something to eat. But it was, by and large, a pretty good day. And then today, after I got him home from the drive, he did not get naked. He kept this little red suit on that we have for him, in addition to his little blue suit. He kept this little red suit on for several hours afterwards. And then when his therapist got there, he kept it on, did not attempt to get naked. And even more remarkable, we were able to take him to the bathroom, take his suit off, take his pull-up off. It was wet. He went to the bathroom on the toilet, and then he willingly got dressed again right after that. And he stayed dressed the whole afternoon, up until I just left the house here a few minutes ago. And then after he went to the bathroom, he sat down at the kitchen table and was sitting at the table and eating, not jumping up and jumping around. Here's this video right here. He was cooperating. He was eating with a fork. And again, absolutely flabbergasted. So of course, the first thing I did is I went and grabbed the camera and shot this video. And it's just amazing to us what things can happen in just such a short amount of time. Now, this may all be very temporary. He may regress again shortly down the road. We certainly hope not. Like I said before, he is severely autistic. He's nonverbal. He has a lot of issues. And because of all this, and the fact that he has two other brothers that are autistic, and the problems we've had with our typically developing child, his 14-year-old brother, our lives have been very, very difficult. The normal things that families do, we can't do. There have been no vacations. There have been no cruises. There have been no dates for me and my wife. None of that stuff. It just hasn't happened. So hopefully this is a change. Hopefully this will open up some opportunities for me and my wife to get out every once in a while. Hopefully we can go somewhere as a family and not worry about him getting absolutely naked on us. Hopefully. So we'll see. Like I said, this is a big change for us, and I had to post this update because I was all doom and gloom on the last one, and this is really good news, both for us and for him. So thank you for watching. I will keep more updates coming as we get them, and my wife and I will be filming more blogs, more video blogs, and more written blogs down the line. So if you would like to see more of those, visit our website, our4boys.com. That's www.our4boys.com. Thanks.